Hello stock traders, days like today will really test you as an investor. It is so important to get a good strategy and stick with it. Track your trades by the strategy that you have so that you can know even when the market is doing what it's doing, like on a day like today. It can give you confidence to invest following your strategies. It can give you confidence to buy the unreasonable dip that is happening in the market today. So today was a really tough day on the market. We've had two of them in a row, and I'm going to cover all the stocks that were in the previous top 7 video, all the sales, and then also give you some new stocks to help you to be successful in the coming days. I do believe that this is short-lived. I do believe that the stock market is going to turn northward. It will. I am following my insider swing play. I'm going to continue to do it, and I know I will have success because over the years, I have had a 70% win rate with an average gain per pick of 3% per pick. Good times, bad times, that is what I have averaged. I can feel confident knowing that the insider activity is the news before the news. All right, well, let's get into this video. We have so many great things to cover, so let's get to it. If you had all of the stocks from the previous video over the last couple of days, you would have really struggled the last couple of days, as I have with my personal portfolio. The top 7 list just from yesterday that I had was down 2.72%. Personally, I did worse than that. Why? Well, I have call options, so I have a few stocks that I have call options on, and they are not performing very well, and so it's not a good idea to have in that type of situation. Now I have a small amount of my portfolio that I use for that. I use less than 1% anytime I'm going into an option. Options have enough leverage without having to bet the farm, for example. Month to date, this list, these insiders are up 0.50%, so just barely up. There was a portion of the month where it was up over 10%, but now we're just up 0.50 with this last dip that's happening. Year to date, personally, I'm at a 46.87% gain. Still very good considering of where we're at for the year. I'm still confident that following the insiders, we will get to that 500% return that I'm looking for. I like to use Webull for my trading. The reason why I do is because I can trade as early as 3 a.m. and as late as 7 p.m. at night. If you're looking for a powerful broker, I highly recommend you check them out. We have a link in the description down below. I think that you'd be glad that you did. And if all of you can do me a favor, if you can hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. Also, if you haven't done so before, please subscribe and turn on those bell notifications so you get notified when one of these videos comes out. All right, so now let's review all of the stocks that were from the previous video. These are all the sales that have happened since that video. And you'll notice a theme here. I've not had a good time. This is really one of the first times I've had a 0% win rate. And so far for the last 3 days, it has been exactly that. Sold MBIO for a 0.56% loss. Sold ANF for a 3.16% loss. Sold IMUX for an 11.1% loss. Sold TUP for a 2.17% loss. Sold TIPT for an 8.62% loss. Sold AMR for a 6.6% loss. Sold KIDS for 2.16% loss. And sold SCOR for a 7.6% loss. So that is 0 out of 8, 0 win rate. Very unusual. And we'll do a full recap of the entire week when we get to the end of the week video. I've also been doing some phase data, and if you've noticed those PDUFA run-up plays, we've had some new videos on that. Had 2 sales from this last week that were part of that. One of those was ANVS, which was a phase data run-up, sold for a 24.17% gain, and also sold BLUE as a phase data run-up. Only made 1.6% on it, but I feel good to make money even when the market's acting like this has not been too friendly to bios. All right, well, let's get into these top 7 and others to help you to be successful in the coming days. This has some PDUFAs in here also, so it's not just insider swing play that's going on in this list. I'm going to be keeping track of those like I used to, as you noticed from last summer if you followed me back then. We were doing the PDUFA plays all the time for great success, and we're going to continue that again as the FDA has been approving different drugs and has been almost back to normal as far as their approval process has gone. Now, I am not a financial advisor, so of course you need to do your own due diligence. These are stocks that either have an upcoming PDUFA date, so they have some catalyst that's upcoming on them, or they are stocks that have had insider activity that I find to be significant. So here we go. The very first stock is PGTK. Now this is an OTC stock, and this is Pacific Green Tech. And on Wednesday, this finished down 1.65%. My average in it is $2.60. Since calling this out, it is down 7.90%. Fresh Air Investors is loading shares. This is an insider swing play. I do think this one will turn upwards. Very bullish activity. And we've had good luck with this in the past when Fresh Air Investments has gone in. Number 7 is SLGL. This is a PDUFA run-up play. On Wednesday, this finished down 3.56%. My average in it's $14.67. Since calling this out, it is down 22.49%. So this one has really been creamed downward. But this is a really fantastic value if you're looking to get in, and look for an upcoming video on this one to really kind of go in detail of why I like it. But they have an April 26th PDUFA date, and I think that this one will run pretty heavily as it has an analyst target price of $20 a share. So there's tons of upside on this one. Another PDUFA run-up play, and number 6 on the list is ATXI. This is Avenue Therapeutics. And on Wednesday, this finished up 0.17%. My average in it's $5.95. Since calling this out, it is up 1.01%. They have an April 12th PDUFA date, so that is upcoming, where the FDA will make a decision on their drug. This should do really, really well. The reason why I like it, analysts have an average target price of $9 a share, so there's some nice upside. Also, there's an agreement on the table that if tramadol gets approved for IV use, then they are looking at a buyout and could get a buyout, and we could be very happy investors if this gets approved, especially if it gets done so early. Number 5 is OCX, and on Wednesday, this finished down 9.87%. Boy, just everything was just about down on Wednesday, a really terrible market day. My average on it is $5.23. Since calling this out, it is down 9.26%. And the CEO purchased shares in open market. Analysts have an average target price of $7.71. This has insider activity, and it was very bullish to me, and it looked really good. Open market transaction should make this really move upwards. Number 4 is SLDB. This is Solid Biosciences, and on Wednesday, this finished down 2.54%. My average in it's $5.95. Since calling this out, it is down 9.75%. This is a good one to buy the dip on, definitely, because 10% owner and director purchased shares in the offering. So they had an offering that really brought the share price of this down to a fantastic value. And not only did they sell all of the shares to that offering and close the offering, they also sold an over allotment of shares that they made available on that. And so this one I think will really move upwards. I'm surprised it didn't do well today. Just really got beaten up by the market, just like a lot of other stocks. Analysts have an average target price of $11.17. So I am expecting a very nice recovery on this one. Number 3 is Advantage Solutions, ADV. And on Wednesday, this finished up 1.28%. My average in it's $11.36. Since calling this out, it is up 4.54%, but it still has so much more to go. You can still make money by getting in on this one. And James Kiltz made 2 purchases in open market. Analysts have an average target price of $14.25. So there is a nice over 20% upside here that I think you could take advantage of, and I think it should perform well after the insider activity. All right, number 2 is AGRX. This is Agile Therapeutics, and on Wednesday, this finished up 13.30%. So this one really reacted to the insider activity. My average in it is $2 a share, and since calling this out, it is up 6.50%. So this is one everyone in the Discord should be up in. The CEO and CFO purchased shares in open market. Analysts have an average target price of $8.25. So a nice little humble 400% upside here according to analysts. I'd like to get half of that, please. I think that would work really great, especially with how the market has been. Number 1 is Cardiff Oncology, and this is CRDF. And today, this had insider activity reported by the SEC in a Form 4. And so today, this finished up 0.70%. My average in it's $10.65. I bought it at the time of the insider activity, but the market with the dip at the end of the market day really brought this down, and so far we are down in at 4.79%. So this is a great opportunity for you to pick up a very cheap stock tomorrow morning. Direct to purchase shares in open market, very bullish transaction, and analysts have an average target price of $26.25. So that's a 250% upside available according to analysts. I know it's tough, and I know it's going to test you. A market like this really tests you, that you know what you know, that your strategies work, and even I am tested, but I am going to stay strong. I'm going to keep at it. I know what I'm doing is working. We are not in the midst of a market crash. We just had a correction, and I believe that we've moved out of that. I feel that the market is in the second wave of a 5 Elliott wave bullish wave. We shall see if that pans out, but that is what I feel. So this should do very well. Also on the NASDAQ, there's a possible inverse head and shoulders forming. And so we could have really good times just around the corner. And so all those people that sold are going to be really, really sad if the market really starts to take a turn for upwards. I'm going to stick with it, and I encourage you to stick with it also. Stay strong. I know it's tough, but I wish all of you the best on the stock market each and every day. And Raythoven out.